Hi there, everybody. Welcome back to another edition of Elk Calls here ahead of Game 2 between the Cowlitz Black Bears and the Bend Elks. Elks looking to clean up Game 1 and bounce back here in Game 2. Here with Bennett Thompson out of the University of Oregon. Back here for your second summer in Bend. You played in 2021, now back here a little bit time later now in 2023. How has it been to just be back here playing with the squad again?
It's been awesome, man. I love the staff that's here. Joey was one of my coaches here a couple summers ago. I've known Coach Sales for a while. He was a rival coach of mine in high school. Love the city of Bend. It's awesome. I'm an Oregon kid, so it's a beautiful place to be in the summer, and great fans here for the Elks.
Absolutely, getting to stay close to home, South Medford High, and then playing against Coach Sales. Any memories from that? Just playing with him at, I believe, North Eugene, South Eugene?
South Eugene. Yeah, they were always a tough team. They gave us a tough time. But no, he was always a good guy. He just loves good baseball, whether you're on his team or not. And so he always stuck up for me and in my recruiting process, and even after high school, he's always kept in touch. So he's a good guy, and love having him as my coach this time.
So since that first year in Bend, a lot has happened since then. You've been able to go on to University of Oregon, and what a remarkable season this past year was, winning the Pac-12 tournament, then going to the Super Regional. What was it like to be part of that run?
It was a lot of fun. It was just a lot of guys coming together for one goal. And it's funny, baseball is about getting hot at the right time, and that's what we did. You know, we went through some struggles midway through the year, which most teams do, but luckily we were able to play our best baseball down the stretch, and that resulted in us doing some pretty cool things. And so we didn't get the ultimate goal, which was going to Omaha, but it was still a special season with a lot of special guys.
I mean, you were right there on the cusp and just getting to that point of the Super Regional against Oral Roberts. You played a big factor in that Game 1, having 2 home runs to lead the biggest comeback in Super Regional history. How would you put into words what that moment meant for you, not only for you, but just for the program as a whole?
It was something pretty special. I think it put Oregon baseball on the map and on the notice. You know, it was just awesome. We were down big early on, but no one was worrying. We knew we could do it. We'd come back from down 10 against Arizona earlier in the year, down 7 versus Washington State. So it was just, we stuck to the process that we had been going through the whole year, just trying to win each inning, and ultimately that ended up with us getting a win that game, which was, it was a special moment for all of us, something we'll never forget.
Absolutely, and just in that game, having that crowd behind you, and I think that's ultimately what played a huge part in putting Oregon on the map there. Just seeing PK full, how was that in that crowd? Just riled up like it was at Autzen.
It was pretty electric. Having the students there, having it packed, the extra stands out in left center was pretty sweet, and I think it created an environment that Oregon baseball hasn't seen before, and I think it's something that it's getting fans excited for next year. I think that they got a taste of it and what it's like to be a part of Oregon baseball, and as a fan or as a, you know, whatever. And so it was pretty sweet that we were able to have the community back us like that, and that for sure played a huge part in our game, because even when we were down 8, they were backing us like we were up 10. So it was pretty sweet to have them there cheering us on the whole time.
6 of your teammates from that team are now moving on to the professional level, just got drafted earlier this week. What are you going to remember about that group of guys?
A lot of memories with those guys. Some of them I played with since my freshman year. Some of them were new last year. But everyone, whether we were in the locker room or we were on the field, everyone had the same goal, and that was to build relationships with each other that really change each other, and to win a lot of baseball games. And those guys obviously were crazy talented, but even better humans, you know. We were able to get guys like Sabine and Riku who were international, guys like Josh Milleris from San Francisco, and then we had guys like Colby and Jace, who I've played with since my freshman year, who are they're all better humans than they are baseball players. And so I'm going to miss those guys a lot, and hopefully continue to build on the tradition and the culture that they were able to build.
And not only they have gone to the professional level, but you've had some family members that have played at both the collegiate and professional level. Your brother Jack played at Westmont College, that just recently won the NAIA National Championship, and then your dad also played there at Westmont and UC Santa Barbara, and then your uncle actually played in the MLB with 4 different major league organizations: the Pirates, the Angels, Tigers, and I believe the last one was the Expos. The Expos before it was then. Just what is it like to continue that tradition in that family?
It's a lot of fun. I had another uncle who pitched in the minor leagues for a little while. But yeah, it's just baseball's in my family, you know. It's something that it's pretty cool, though. My dad never pushed any of my brothers to play baseball. As much as he loved the game, he wanted us to love it ourselves. And he's always been my biggest supporter. And so to be able to play the sport that he loved and that a lot of my family loves is, you know, I've never seen it as a job or work or anything like that. It's just I'm out here playing a game, and it's pretty cool that I'm 20 years old and still playing that game. So, yeah, it's pretty sweet to continue playing as long as I can, and that's the dream, you know.
Absolutely. That's the dream, just to continue to play as long as you can. But I know you're a smart kid. You're valedictorian in high school, so I know you got your good head on your shoulders when it's all said and done, whether that be 20 years down the line or 2. What's your plan to do after baseball?
That's a great question. I'm studying economics right now at school. I could get a job in that field, but whatever I do, I want to be involved with baseball somehow, whether that's a coach, a scout, just a dad who has kids playing baseball, you know. So I think that whatever I do, I want to stay involved with the game. It's just something I love. I love watching baseball. I love playing baseball, talking baseball. So, yeah, if that answers your question at all, that's what I want to do.
Absolutely, man. Just play it as long as you can and stay connected to the game. It's something that grips you, and it can't take you away. And it's certainly been in your family this long. Why stop it now, right?
Exactly.
Well, thank you so much, Bennett Thompson, for taking the time here on Elk Calls, as Elks will take on the Cowlitz Black Bears tonight at 6:35 right here at Vince Skenna Stadium.